We can't let extremists on any side hijack or rewrite history because those who don't study history are doomed to repeat it. When my accident happened, I had spent my entire life building my athletic ability, building my mental ability, making sure I could pass any tests I was ever given. I don't think it makes you weaker to apologize. I'm pretty physically vulnerable, just being in a wheelchair. I believe all of us love legal immigration. We love how the diversity adds to our country. Demagogues always have something to hide. The policies the left wants to push are both morally and financially bankrupt. We need to rise up to the challenge if we want to give our children a better world and want them to be proud of us. Well, I like the environment. I think anybody who owns land or really likes going out hunting, they care about the environment as well. I feel like a lot of frustration from Americans comes from when they don't feel like they're being represented in politics. For too long, for way too long, the Republican Party has just been the party of no that has always conceded things. They have let God out of our schools, they have let socialism creep into our country. I had an opportunity for the Paralympics for track and field. Americans have a right to obtain firearms for lawful purposes. No man or woman should be denied the fruits of his labor simply because they refuse to toe a partisan or political line. I was supposed to die at 18. I had a 1% chance of life. Each man ought to be granted the dignity and respect to decide his own destiny. We need to not be afraid to step up and take a fight to the corruption that's in this world. Smart energy policy is good for the economy and our environment. I love the Betsy Ross flag because it has the 13 stars and a circle, which represents our 13 colonies, and I think we need to get closer back to our founding values. I do not believe that we should create an atheist culture. I think it leads to debauchery, and I think it leads to a spiritual poverty within the soul. I completely and wholeheartedly denounce any kind of white nationalism, any kind of Nazism. Religious freedom is a proud founding principle of America, and ethnic bigotry flies in the face of American principles of liberty and equality. The people of Western North Carolina are wise and discerning. The thing I found when I was actually reading through the Quran is that Christianity, that is a very easy switch to make to lead a Muslim to Christ. I will put the Republican establishment on my shoulders and drag them kicking and screaming back to the Constitution. In America, we must always place constitutional values over authoritarian control. If I have a daughter, I want her to grow up in a world where people know to explicitly ask before touching her. I would like to be the face of the Republican Party when it comes to health care. If you are not on the record calling for fair, free and just elections now and in the future, I will come to your district and I will fund a primary opponent against you. If I had a son, I want him to be able to grow up in a world where he would not be called a sexual predator for trying to kiss someone. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe to Best Quotes YouTube channel.